The story of Germany starts not with one big country, but with many different tribes spread across a huge forest-filled land. For hundreds of years, the Romans called these places Germania. The Romans couldn't quite control it. It was wild and tough, home to the Cherusci, the Suebi, and the Goths. These were many different societies, each with their own ways, leaders, and languages. Their lives tied to nature, farming, hunting, and the changing seasons among thick forests and winding rivers. The Roman Empire cast a long shadow. The Rhine and Danube formed a strong border. One side, stone cities and organized armies, the other, wooden villages and warrior groups. People moved and traded back and forth. A mix of trading, fighting, and sharing ideas. In 9 AD at Teutoburg, Arminius led tribes to destroy 3 Roman legions. After Charlemagne, his empire broke into many pieces, leading to the Holy Roman Empire, not a single, strong country, but a quilt of hundreds of lands, duchies, principalities, free cities, church-run states, under a Holy Roman Emperor chosen by prince-electors. Constant push-pull between emperor and local rulers shaped politics for centuries. Life followed feudal rules. Most people were peasants tied to a lord or monastery. They worked fields, paid in crops and labor, lived in close-knit villages. Above them stood knights and nobles, at the top powerful dukes, counts and high churchmen. Duty, tradition and faith anchored daily life. Towns grew into hubs of trade and crafts. Cities like Cologne, Lübeck and Nuremberg thrived, forming the Hanseatic League. Guilds set standards and trained workers. Cathedrals and universities lifted learning and art. The early 1500s brought revolutionary change to Germany and Europe. In 1517, Martin Luther posted his 95 Theses, sparking the Protestant Reformation. He challenged indulgences and church authority. Salvation by faith alone, the Bible above clergy. His German translation spread literacy and a common language. Princes seized church lands, built state churches, and Europe fought, ending in the 30 Years' War. The war devastated German lands and economies. Out of the ashes came the Enlightenment. Thinkers like Kant urged reason. Dare to know, challenged old powers. Enlightened absolutists modernized law, education, and agriculture, while keeping power. The Baroque era soared with Bach, master of organ, choir, and orchestra. Then Mozart, and towering into Romanticism, Beethoven. In letters, Goethe and Schiller led storm and stress, paving the way for Romanticism. The 1800s began with the Holy Roman Empire's end amid Napoleonic Wars. Shared struggle stirred a growing German identity. Poets, thinkers, students dreamed of unity. Romantic nationalism spread through song and story. Industry reshaped life. Railways connected states, moved coal and iron, opened markets. Steelworks and labs boomed. Cities swelled. A new working class emerged. Otto von Bismarck engineered unification for Prussia. Iron and blood, victories over Denmark, Austria, then France. In 1871, Wilhelm I became Kaiser. The German Empire was born. A united power, industrial, technological, military, entered a boom. Science led the world. New ideas, like Marx and Engels, challenged society. Tensions grew between old elites, new industrialists and workers, setting up the next century's crises. The 1900s brought great achievements and terrible disasters. World War I turned into brutal slaughter and suffering at home. Defeat toppled the monarchy and imposed harsh terms that bred crisis. Weimar democracy fostered dazzling culture, but faced polarization, hyperinflation, and depression. In 1933, Hitler seized power and dismantled democracy. The regime waged World War II and perpetrated the Holocaust. 6 million Jews and millions of others murdered. Germany lay in ruins and under Allied control. The country split, West Germany democratic, East Germany communist. Berlin became a Cold War flashpoint, sealed by the wall. The barrier tore apart lives, but hopes for unity endured. In 1989, peaceful protests brought down the wall. On October 3, 1990, Germany reunited, closing a painful chapter and opening a new future. Modern Germany blends tradition with forward-thinking ideas. Language shapes identity, Hochdeutsch in media and government, alongside vibrant dialects from Plattdeutsch to Bavarian. A literary and philosophical legacy echoes worldwide. Food is hearty and regional, famous for Wurst, beer, and hundreds of beloved breads. Local specialties, from Spätzle to spring spargel and conditorei cakes. Festivals celebrate food and community. Music thrives, from Bach, Beethoven, Brahms to world-class orchestras, and a vibrant modern scene in techno, pop, design and film. Daily life values order, punctuality and privacy. Sustainability shows in recycling, clean energy and cycling culture. Sundays stay restful, time for family and nature,